Good. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to the program. It's a fun program. It's a nice program. We're having fun already. We're having a nice time. If you may notice, of course, if you're on Spaces, you won't notice this at all. But if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm back in Studio A, the old kitchen. People are asking, when are we going to see that kitchen again? I'm no longer in the sauna. I'm no longer being held hostage, as many of you like to say. And I will say, and it's a shame that you guys are not watching. My teeth look white. If you're watching this if you're just listening on Spaces, my teeth look very white today. And I am having a good day. And hello to everyone in Spaces. Hello to everyone in YouTube. Oh my goodness, the Mad Kurt is listening. Gee, I'm honored. I am honored and also dismayed. But nevertheless, I do want to say tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC, that is the American Broadcasting Corporation. And you think, of course, that's the American However, there is an ABC Australia, okay? The Australian Broadcasting Corporation. It's very confusing. And Splat-A-Lot was on ABC Australia. And I used to say that to people. And they used to think I was a big shot. And then I explained it was Australia. And they're like, well, it's really not that interesting. Tonight on ABC, the American ABC, I am in Celebrity Family Feud. I'm just going to get this out of the way up front so there's no further questions. It's Team David Arquette. Unfortunately, he is the captain. It is David, me, Dalton Castle, Peter Avalon, and Jungle Boy against Team Paul Rubens. Captain Paul Rubens, Joe Manganiello, S. Apatha Murkison, Jack A. Harry, and Drew Carey. And it is tonight. I will be live tweeting along. I've already searched all the old times I tweeted jokes about Steve Harvey, like years ago, and there's like 5 or 6. They're not mean. They're nothing I wouldn't say to his face, but there's a lot, and it's weird. It's like I wrote a lot of jokes about you, and I'm sorry. It's such a strange. I swear to you, that mustache is too good to be real. I think it's Velcro. I think if you throw a tennis ball at his face, it'll get stuck to his upper lip. Let's talk to the people in the chat. Red Dog says first. Don't do that. Everyone can see you're the first. You don't have to brag about it, and you have nothing to add as a commenter. I always notice the people who write first, never necessarily the second either. All they came is to say first, and then they leave. Poe Girl says, I hope I catch the show. Power keeps going out in the Irish Hills area. Well, after the Family Feud airs, I believe it'll be available on Hulu and their website. Of course, I'll share any pertinent clips. Tom said, good morning. I'm looking forward to watching the feud. Well, we've talked about this now already. Sean said, I tried to make an Instagram post with a link, but I forgot you can't post a link in the caption with all the wonderful things that Instagram can do. We should heed a little criticism and make the link available because they don't want you clicking off Instagram. They're fully capable of doing this, by the way. You got the swipe up feature and the stories. You can tag. I have my shirts. I have like a merch store on there now. You can tag my shirts in the picture. You cannot put a link in the caption because they don't want you leaving. This is the Hotel California of social media. Daniel said the proper protocol on Family Feud is to interrupt the host by screaming out, survey says. Every time there would be an answer, I would just say, that's what you think. And they kicked me off the set. Rachel said, I set the DVR, so don't forget to watch it. Wonderful. Oh, God, there's so many people in the chat. Ty said, good morning. Happy last Sunday of July. Well, that just makes me sad now. How are you feeling this morning? Sad because of you, Ty. So Karia is here, said, welcome home. SM said, Studio A. Aaron said, good morning, friends. Mookie said, I wonder if being on the feud will change RJ. Yeah, yes. Yes, it's turned me into a man. This is my bar mitzvah in many ways. Julio says, hello, Studio A. Kimbo Grant said, today we feud. Hope you guys win. So do I. Daniel said, now you're being held hostage by a metallic fridge. This is the rise of the robots kind of thing. Leo said they let you out of the halftime heat office. Ty said, forgot what Studio A looked like. The lighting is so dark. It's because there's a big window here and the daylight is so dark. David said, good morning, the captain of the team. David said, good morning, fam. And that's what we are now. We're family, legally bound family. And I think that's great. Papa Dave. Big fan of him. David said, unfortunately. Well, yes, unfortunately. Because I had no faith in you playing the feud. You didn't seem to take it seriously when I tried to train and tried to discuss analysis and strategy, and it hurt me a little. Okay, Gamer said, well, hi, and well, hi to you. Okay, Gamer. Positively E said, good morning. RJ, Julio's here. SM is here. Sean said, wait, Drew Carey? Yes, that Drew Carey. You may know him from the Drew Carey show. He rounded out the team. I think he was a ringer because he was a captain the year before, and I think he played against Kevin Nealon, which I don't know if that's legal. Daniel says, you're going up against Pee Wee Herman. Trick him and tell him that his bike is in the basement of the Alamo. See, that you would say, oh, Pee Wee's will be easily fooled. This is not Pee Wee. This is Paul Rubens. The man takes his celebrity game shows very seriously. He cleaned up on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. It was absolutely no joke. So I know he's coming ready. David said they found out there was a basement in the Alamo. No joke. And it's nice to get that added context from David that only he can provide. And I think we should all go there, the three of us, and we can wear our trunks. Everyone said good morning to David. Oh, Lord, I've lost it now. Positively E is here. Nails is here. Austin said, are you nervous? I am nervous. I'm very nervous. This is a fast-paced game. There's a lot of flashing lights, and there's a lot of people watching. And I'm not necessarily worried about the people I know and what they think about me, because I feel like they fit up their minds already. I'm worried about the guy watching it in the waiting room while he's going to the dentist, or a woman on a treadmill who's watching this, and what will they think of me? Is this the beginning, or is this the beginning of the end? I guess only time will tell. Moogie said, did you already share the top clip where you were clapping? That's my highlight. I shared it already. Is me doing the unsure clap for Dalton's horrible, horrible answer. Leo said, I can't watch Family Feud. We just have a shit version presented by some charisma vacuum in the UK. Well, I'm sure the whole cast will come and do, kind of like a live reading of what we did. Almost like reading a radio transcript. Maybe I should read it over Spaces. Aaron said, survey says hit the like button. Speaking of liking, I got these on. They're fun. They're eclectic. They're blue. They're feud-ish. It's almost like a linoleum, I've worn them before, and I'm wearing them again because I'm happy with them. Sean said, this article I read once talked about how people in impoverished countries would use Facebook, but when asked if they had the internet, they'd be like, no, I have Facebook, and that's scary. Well, that's like how people say Coke. And it's really like a Cola Pop or whatever the name of it is. Oh, this branding is horrible. Nell said, hey to those who said hey to me. Sorry, I ran out of the room a second. She was briefly attacked, but it was a false alarm. She's better now. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. Positively E said, the bump to the feud is more a lateral move. Well, I'm spreading out. Sometimes you can go far, you can go wide, you can go deep. This is a widening. Daniel said, what do you think of the old Family Feuds with Richard Dawson? I love them. I love how they look like they smell like cigarette smoke. What I also loved is Steve Harvey, very industrious, very ambitious, hosts a lot of things, has Celebrity Family Feud, still does a morning radio show, has his own talk show outside of that. Richard Dawson seemed to only host the feud once he started hosting the feud. It was like, I don't know, it was like Hogan's Heroes, and then Match Game, and then the feud, and then that was that was it. think he did one movie. What was he in? Running Man? I think that was really, he was confident to coast. And that was fine by me. I enjoy the casual host. Queen of the Ring is here, who I spoke to last week in Spaces on the day of my birth, and I'll always cherish that memory. Queen said new undisclosed location. This is the old undisclosed location. You are a relatively new viewer, Queen. This is known as Studio A. Positively E said Drew Carey from the Royal Rumble 2001 and Price is Right. David's team is the wrestling team, but Drew Carey is the only one who's been in the Royal Rumble and in the Hall of Fame. So, David could have picked a little bit better. Daniel said Kevin Nealon was great as Mr. Subliminal. That's a hot, deep cut. Leo said, did you know Drew Carey's real name is Drudith? Do you know what I found out about Dick Ebersol? I was just doing my weekly deep dive into executives, television executives. His real name is Duncan. So Dick is a full choice. Dion said, can you play American Gladiators on the NES with OK Gamer? I would love to if we can figure out how to do it technologically. I've played that game. It sucks. It's very, very similar to Double Dare, where you have to, by running, you have to play back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's just very annoying, but I'll play it. Positively, he said, don't pull an Aussie at the Alamo. Oh, that's the bat. He did something with a bat. He flew away or something. Maureen, the free pile picker, just wrote Murder Bird, apropos of nothing. Nails said, you're extremely pretty this morning. Thank you, Nails. And Julio was going to say the same, but Julio did not. Ty said, can never go wrong with blue. Ty likes a good old-fashioned blue. Positively, E said, I'm not against that, Daniel. I just don't want RJ in trouble. What are we talking about? George Barbosa, who directed and shot and edited and did everything but actually be in it. The Wrestling Rock on Tour documentary, which you can find on the Fight Network's YouTube, said, if you're in Canada, make sure you watch Family Feud and not Family Feud Canada. That one is worse than the shits. That was a direct quote from George. Of course, Celebrity Family Feud Canada does not exist because there are no celebrities in Canada. For you to be, so you would have to leave the country and then you get to be on Celebrity Family Feud. Or maybe, Family Feud Canada is the Celebrity Family Feud and you can't tell anyway. It's not famous. I don't know. Maybe they're nice people. You ever see that? You're watching a game show or something and it's like, what do you do? And it's like, oh, I'm an entertainer and dancer. And it's like, well, then shouldn't you be on them? Whatever. Thank you, George. Daniel said, one day Arquette's going to go senile and whiz on top of Mount Rushmore. It happened. David, when I was there 2 summers ago, was caught by the paparazzi urinating on the side of the road. He had to just pull over and he thought he was being sneaky. But of course, when you dress like he dresses, you can never be sneaky. His fashion sense meant him urinating on the side of the road was like the least offensive part of the picture. SM said, I bet you got along well with Ruben. Well, are you talking about Ruben Studdard, the winner of American Idol? He's great. I have known Paul for a number of years, as has David. So there's this weird triangle of making weird appearances in each other's lives. So this is not that weird. I think it ultimately makes sense. I will also say Mario Cantone did Match Game and Pyramid this week. So anything I can do, he can do really twice. Yes, said Daniel. Richard Dawson was Killian in Running Man. Thank you. D said, happy Sunday. Did someone happen to buy a loincloth for the birthday? No, but I do have gifts here, and I will open them in one moment. Mookie said, we get a dose of RJ this morning and another tonight. It's an interesting way to start and end the day. I'm bookending your life. Leo has a scene request. Guy doing a poo at work. Immature way of saying it. But the toilet cubicle door falls off its hinges to his surprise while Ted from accounts is washing his hands. Okay, here we go. So I'm the guy going to the bathroom, I guess. Oh, God. Is that your sandwich in the fridge? I have been meaning to ask you, and I saw your shoes, and I want to know because I don't want it, but it looks it looks delicious. You got yourself a who made that for you? If someone at home is just cooking this stuff, and that's really well, you got to take me because I would love to love to go. Love to go. You're doing quite a wash there. I guess we are, yes, in this day and age, with everything that's going on, good to wash your hands. All right, see you later. And scene. That was really wrote a whole script there. Dear Lord. Oh my goodness, with the deep dive into Dick, host of famous French wrestling program, Le Boom, Matt Camp is here. Deep dive into Dick. That's what we have to do. And you know what? When I see Mr. Ebersol, and I know I will, I'll say, hey, Duncan, and he's going to pull me aside and say, how did you know that? Lucas said, Family Feud is really missing the needlepoint typeface. I agree. They were going for Hatfields and McCoys, and I don't think we talk about them anymore. I don't know what happened between them, but it wasn't good. David said, Drew Carey laughed at me for having the belt, and I nearly gave him an Arquetter. Now, you nearly did not give him an Arquetter. You stood there and giggled while he mocked you in front of everybody, even though he looks like a hipster prospector. Next time he insults you, call me, and I'll feed you some lines. David said, agreed, Lucas. Lucas and David are agreeing about the needlepoint. That's good. RJ Ramos says, I've not been here in years. That's the RJ. Rat GTV said the host isn't even famous on Canadian Family Feud. A wonderful Jerry D, who you might remember from the Jerry D show. Michelle said, howdy, y'all. I feel like I've been away from my cult/not a cult home for a while, but I'm back home today. Hope you've been well, and RJ, hope you had a wonderful birthday. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I got these wonderful gifts from everybody in the mail. Let's see. Oh, yes. The first one is from Aaron, who I previously sung with. Look at this card. It's got a drawing of a grumpy cat. And you would think, oh, she drew this, but she actually spent money on it, which is kind of, moot. But how much was it? Does it even say? I love that they always have the prices on the back of it. This one doesn't. I'm going to say it's at least $4 by Badger and Burke, who are known for overcharging people. Dearest Raul Julia, a birthday blessing for you for your 66th. May your coffee stay lumpy. May your dons all be knots. May your press keep from spilling and Cobb salads stay bought. Many happy returns, which is weird because I'm not giving it. This is the return. Aaron, and these wonderful is a sticker. And I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. No, maybe. There you go. It's going to come into focus soon. This is it's a pin of this is what it is. It's a pin of the Phantom of the Paradise. Wonderful film. And if you enjoy kitschy horror and Paul Williams, this might be the film for you. And it was done. I want to talk about this. Phantom of the Paradise was done like right before Rocky Horror, which makes me feel like maybe there was some movement going on there. And I think the songs are better. So thank you, Aaron. That's so sweet of you. SM said, I met Ruben Irvin from Family Feud. He's the warm-up guy and the announcer. I did not meet anyone. I did not meet Ruben Irvin. That's for sure. I would have remembered that. I'd like to meet Rod Roddy, but I think he's dead. Nell said, I bought myself an RJ City pouch in the member sale and forgot to post a picture. It's full of pens now. For hanging in, Kurt. Are we better? We froze. Now we're back. Nails has my fanny pack full of pens, and I want to see it. I want to see both the outside of it so everyone knows it's mine. I want to see the inside. I want to see how many pens you can get in that thing. So that would be good to list on the description of the website, how many pens are in there. Val has a song request, Butterfly by Crazy Town, for my bestie Danny watching with me before Glory Pro today. Well, of course, Val has a long history of booking bands, and I'm sure she booked Crazy Town at one time, and she said, hey, kids, just open with that Butterfly song, and the world will be at your feet. Okay, here we go. I love it. I love this song. Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby, but not too much sugar, or else it'll be too sweet. And then you'll get all sticky from your hands down to your feet. Switch to an alternate method of sweetening what you like. Have some stevia or honey and put that in your pike. Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. But if you have too much sugar on your wings, you ain't gonna fly. So brush that sugar off and try, baby, you gotta try, 'cause you're a butterfly now. That's what you are. You were an ugly caterpillar before, but now, babe, you're a star. So come over here and take flight, but don't get too close, because then I'll see that middle part in between the wings, you know, the butterfly body, and realize that you're gross. Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. That was Butterfly by Crazy Town. Who can forget they had all those tattoos and they're standing in a forest, a golden forest or something. Love it. That was the extended version. Jacob said, expressions like doing a poo grosses me out. Just say shit. I don't think you can. I think sometimes if you say shit, they won't let you write the comment. They flag shit as a bad word. But I think we can agree that poo sounds worse than shit. I don't give a poo. Say that in a meeting and see how people look at you. You cannot say he's a real poo head. Sounds more gross and more immature than shit. And I know that we've relaxed saying ass on television. I know we've relaxed saying a bitch on televisions, like after 10 p.m. There's lenient bitch rules. And I would like to be known. I think this is my next activism cause, is to try to get shit on the allowable list. Oh, God, I've missed so many people. Positively E said, Jerry who? Give it to Tom Green. Tom Green would have been one. Colin Mockery and Martin Short. Those would have been great hosts. David said, that was a sweet card and gift. Very witty, Aaron. The best part is that David spelled Aaron like Aaron is a man. She is not. It's E-R-I-N. But you know what? Below that, Aaron said, thanks, David, anyway, because she's a good, sweet person. Liz said, Phantom of the Paradise was a great movie. Daniel said, was that Schroeder on the piano? No, it was the Phantom of the... Well, I guess it was a parody of Schroeder, who I didn't care for. I hated all Peanuts. I thought they were stupid. They were boring. Charlie Brown was just really, really boring. Val said it's her favorite song. Well, she must have loved that one. SM said, did you receive my gifts? Yes, they are next in the pile here, SM. Start with the note to RJ. You've entertained us throughout the pandemic. You don't mention the pandemic. You can just say you've entertained us. I know what went on. Here are some items I hope will entertain you for a change. P.S. It is a cult. Great, thanks. Well, this is a cute one. Coffee cult. I get it now. I didn't initially, but I get it now. Coffee Cult Corporation, roasted at 311. I'm giving out the full address. 311 South 21st Avenue, Hollywood, Florida. If you want to go there. Coffee Cult is a family-owned artisan coffee roaster located in Hollywood, Florida. We roast the top 2% specialty coffees in the world and then capitalize the I and in. This doesn't sound too elite to me. Our obsession for great coffee is in this bag. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. It's a dark roast. It's a whole bean. I'm going to do some grind. Maybe I should just do mini episodes of just me grinding beans Would anyone be interested in that? Now let's see what else is here. First of all, there's this. I love that SM put it in this thing because this is useful. Maybe I could put some pens in here. The whole like Tupperware kind of thing. Skin facial wash. The Art of Shaving. This is peppermint essential oil facial wash. Very sweet. And lip balm that says "fuck you, you fucking fuck," which is adorable and very like. You ever walk around like New York, like Times Square? There'll always be one of those stores. They're like those pop-up shirt stores. They will always have at least one "fuck you, you fucking fuck" on there. As I lose my monetization. David spelled Aaron correctly now because he's a sweet person. Rachel said, my sister worked with Crazy Town and has a gold record for whatever she did with them. It's weird. You think that's weird? I believe David has 2 gold records for probably even less reason than your sister. Daniel said, sounds a lot like a scene I had in mind for you. Jerry Lewis doing Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs singing Goodbye Horses. Come, my lady. This reminds me, said Tom, of that SNL sketch where Robert Goulet sings rap. May God rest his soul. Leo said, poo is funnier than poop. It depends on the sentence. Sometimes you need to end with a consonant. Don't rule out poop. Valid fun fact is not really her favorite song, but I pretend it is all the time. She said that it is her actual favorite she said that this version, the one I sang, which is the acoustic version, is her actual favorite version of the song. She was cracking up. Thank you. Well, thank you. I'm happy to share the joy of music. Daniel says nothing worse than Pat Boone trying to sing heavy metal songs. Paul Anka also had a really good album, I think, called Rock Swings. Aaron said, I'll have you know that card cost me a whole £2.75. What's the English? Shillings? Farthings? David said, in a parallel world, there's a whole story about me, the KGB, and a gun being helped to Shifty next to my co-star from Ready to Rumble. Maybe I am a Russian gangster. I will tell you you're a Russian gangster because you got in. Didn't you get Russian caviar once? And you were like, this is the best. Can't get this anywhere else. And that told me you had ties. Leo said on UK radio, they often play the swears during the daytime, mostly because nobody listens to them. I'm not done with the cacophony of gifts from SM. Let's see. Oh, well, isn't this apropos? What is this, a sticker of my opponent this evening, Paul Rubens? I will see you this evening, Mr. Rubens. I know I am, but what are you? Let's see what else is in this Huckleberry. A Golden Girls face mask, which is adorable. I feel like people would have worn them more if they were all of old sitcoms. There was a Taxi and a WKRP. Any anti-mask moron would have been like, I like Johnny Fever, and he would have worn the mask. There you go. Isn't that adorable? And there's still more. Oh my God. Holy shit. Fern Gully, a 2-packs of Fern Gully trading cards. These are a pretty penny. I distinctly remember watching this movie because I believe I swallowed a big kernel and I got it stuck in my throat. I really, really did remember that. Not so much for the movie. And then years later, they just made a 3D version and called it Avatar, and it was a big hit. So that's the longevity of Fern Gully. Dude, there's still 2 more things in here. Jesus. Oh, it's a shirt. What does this say? Work out like B. Arthur is judging you. Isn't that nice? Oh, that's so sweet. I'm going to wear it, and then people will judge me. So it's a circle of life. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And finally, oh my God, scratch and sniff boxer briefs. I might have to wear these next week, and I'll just have to, throw my legs over my head and take a good whiff That is so sweet, SM. Thank you. And thank you, Aaron. And that's it. They were the only two people who got me gifts. The rest of you are pieces of shit, quite frankly. Nell said, I'll watch you grind your beans, which is unnecessarily erotic sounding. Danielle said, Danielle said, for the record, the real version of Butterfly is not my favorite song. Your version is way better. Well, it's because you get the context. Why is there a butterfly? Why are they covered in sugar? David said, grind, 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 press, press, press. Do you remember that from Stop at Willoughby, the Twilight Zone episode? Push, 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 Williamson. All the way down the line. Maureen, the free pile picker, said, why do they call you an athletic entertainer and not a pro wrestler? Is it because you were not signed? Gee, Maureen, why don't you just slap me in the face? Who's calling me an athletic entertainer? I think you can just drop athletic. Spot Center said, a hand grinder, some beans, and a tall tale would be too sweet. SM said, the facial wash has aloe vera in it. Oh, very nice. Aloe vera and peppermint. That's delightful. Neil said, who calls him an athletic entertainer? That's what I would like to know. Brian Parsons said, any interesting stories when you met Pee Wee Herman? I have a bunch of them from years ago. He also came to see me and David wrestle each other for the first time, which was so sweet of him. Michelle said, I used to deliver pizzas to Ray Combs. Amazing. In Ohio. Arquette. What? Arquette is so tight. He sent me a Christmas present. And then there's Maud. I mean, you. I feel so connected to Family Feud. There's 6 degrees of Michelle going on over here. Thank you for being a friend. Daniel said, B. Arthur did seem kind of judgmental. I believe that was most of the act. Nell said, what do they smell like? I believe strawberries. Yes, strawberries. We're gonna find out in Smell-O-Vision next week. Daniel said, I'm a piece of shit with 2 kids and a mortgage. Not all of us are rich, but not rich, like some people named David. Yeah. Neil said, ooh, nice. That's a good smell for undergarments. I think so, too. David said, I'm going to wish Drew Carey into the cornfield. Another Twilight Zone reference. Aaron said, going to treat myself to a pre-birthday request. How about Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush? Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of that song. Here we go. Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush. Oh, we're running. Oh, we're running. And the road seems very flat. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we're running. Oh, we're running. Dun, 'cause I don't want to be fat. Dun, 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 dun. But what's this? Dun, dun, dun. The road dun, 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 gets higher. Dun, bum, 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 bum. I hope we don't end up in muck or mire. Da, 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 da. 'Cause we're running up that hill. Dun, 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 running up that hill. How high does it go? Boom, 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 boom. Run up the hill. Run up the hill where it ends. Nobody will know. Dun, 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 'cause we're running up and we're running up. Keep running up. Let's run all the way up the hill. Here we are on the top of the hill. I am serious. Do not think me a shill. It was a journey that we loved, and now I must frown, because the only way past the hill is running down. 'Cause we're running, dun, dun, running, dun, dun, running down the hill. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, running, dun, dun, running, ba-ba, running down the hill. Dun, 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 dun. This part is fun because running up is slow because gravity makes it hard. Dun, 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 dun. Look out, everybody, now that I'm going down. It's so fast. Da-da-ba-ba, 'cause we're running, 'cause we're running. We're running down that hill. I was running up that hill by Kate Bush. Love her. One of my favorites. Here you go. Courtney said, it's my birthday. I just tuned in. Hi, RJ. I hope your birthday was good. I didn't watch. Sorry. It's okay, Courtney. It's your birthday. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So enjoy it. Everybody's talking about their birthdays. Aaron's birthday is Wednesday. Nails' birthday is tomorrow. Happy Nails Day to you tomorrow. SM said, are there any bees on the mask? Yes, there are. I didn't see any. Yes, there are. There are. And it's also folded up. I know what her hair looks like. Nail said this one is album worthy. Christine says the best version of Running Up That Hill ever. Blumini is here. He said good morning to all. He's like the mayor. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Meany. Daniel said my birthday is a little over a week. Happy Leo time to all my fellow Leos. Now, not Leo Montfort, not you. The Zodiac Leos. Is Leo a Leo? Leo said, can you just say the word boobs? I really try to get the most out of the consonants. Boob. Put a little in the mouth. Makes it a little better. A little trick for all of you. Look at everyone has birthdays. And Nell said, and they say we are in a cult. Mookie said, well, I've got my new treadmill song. It's good to listen to that song while you're running. Let's press the coffee. And then maybe I'll talk to somebody in the spaces here. There we go. A nice one-handed press. That's so nice. Isn't that nice? Christine said, Mayor Meany. Now presenting Mayor Meany. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mayor Meany. Oh, there's still a stevia in here. Here we go. Let's fix this. It's a good sound. David said there was a great boob lip pop in there. That's an older British actor thing. Raspberry. They'll say like, you know what I'm talking about? Or like a Gail Gordon. Their faces would be old and saggy. But, like that, you know? Let me see if there we go. Michelle said, like your birthday greeting, my gift to you will be belated. Rewrap the talking werewolf. Yes, that's a good idea. And then I'll squeeze it and go, what is this? Steve said, that's quite the story. Once you're at the top of the hill, there's a sense of questionable purpose. So you retire your shoes on your way down, dichotomy at its fine. It's a real poem. Nell said, there's several gifts of RJ saying boob and boobs, all from this video. David said, yeah, but there was a strange pop in the middle. You have to isolate. Boobs? Don't make me. Now I'm just self-conscious about it. All right. Let's see if we can speak to a dear listener here. I've sent said request, and let's see if they accept it. Well, give us a moment, please. Standing by. We are standing by. And we're standing. Positively E said, old saggy actors. They are my absolute favorite. I love them. Is Sakaria, I'm trying to speak to you. If you want to, can you accept it? If you see the thing, I'm inviting you. So see if you can accept it. And then we can say hello to you. David said, I'll have to go back later and see if it's popping. I'll have to timestamp it. So good. And now the moment's escaped me. I really take better diction lessons. Mookie said, we should do a game show as Van Velzen. Oh, yeah. It's a popular character. It's a great alias. The price is right. This showcase is worth many hundreds of dollars. Ooh, very, very good. Very weird, Velzen. Is it not working? Let's try it again. So Kari said, won't let me. Try it again. Try to hit. Is there a request button? Get it together. Let's see if it works. Stay the course. Keep trying. Spot Center said, speaking of boobs, and it's turned into a boob chat. My mom is having a mastectomy Tuesday. Well, that took a turn. Now we're faced with the harsh reality. My mom is having a mastectomy Tuesday, as it seems cancer still sucks. I will absolutely agree with that. This hour means a lot to those needing a distractions, laughs, tears, and to be able to boob theme it. And to be able to be on the light side of the breast. Although sometimes it's a heavy breast, Sometimes it's a breast that's just, not even just size, just have just general weight. So I'm happy to balance it out. Leo said, are you happy Matt Cardona is still alive? He frightens me now, and it's weird. Come on. Yeah, no, it's weird. Nell said, no, so Karia requested him. I'm trying. I will continue to try. We will give it our best shot, everyone. Daniel said, random note, once upon a time, I Googled celebrities born in my state just out of curiosity. Guess whose name popped up? It rhymes with David Arquette. Was it, I remember where he was born. Was it Ohio? Was it on some weird plot of land in Ohio? He'll confirm it. Or maybe he doesn't know. Aaron said, my Twitter didn't have microphone access when mine was set. So it was a frantic searching through the settings. So, Karia, don't give up hope. Go through the settings. Give your microphone access, and we will get through this. Nell said, hope everything goes well. SM said, fuck Matt Cardona. She's putting him on the list next to Stanley Tucci for some reason. That's a shame. Daniel said, man, I heard that completely wrong and thought they said my mom is having a vasectomy. How did you hear? Oh, I guess you weren't reading the chat. Yeah, no, that's not quite what is happening. Michelle said, Ray Combs owned a comedy club here in Cincinnati. You're a stand-up comedian. David is kind of funny for a few degrees. I mean, he's funny. He's funny odd. I don't know if he can be. David was born in Virginia. That I didn't know. On an odd plot of land in Virginia. Well, isn't that adorable? Look at I was thinking Ohio, like an idiot, like a fool. Thank you, Daniel. Also said no, Virginia. Thank you for confirming. Michelle said, I was born in a weird plot of land in Ohio. And that's the way we should all be brought into this world, in a weird plot of land. Leo said, RJ, I've watched a great movie last week called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. Have you seen it? Only at the drive-in in the rain with my parents. And that's only under those circumstances will I ever watch the film again. Nell said, I agree. Fuck Matt Cardona. I think he's nice. If you're going to say it about anyone, his fiance owes me $10. So Karia said, how do I give the mic access? I think you have to go into your settings, your microphones, like your, you know what I mean? Can someone help Sokaria? She doesn't see it in the settings. Neil said, request it. So hit request to speak, Sokaria, and see if that pops it up in the spaces thing. We're going to walk you through this. Positively, he said, David is a cowboy. He is a cowboy. There's that wonderful scene in the documentary of him vaping on a horse, which seemed really, really unhealthy for the horse. RJ Ramos said, Cowboy David. I believe I called him Sheriff Arquette. He was in a good cowboy movie. It was Bone Tomahawk or something with Kurt Russell. It was good. And how often do I say that? Julio said he's like a cowboy pirate. I guess so. But cowboys are kind of land pirates, aren't they? I'm a land pirate. That sounds like the way I like wrestle without wrestling. It would be like, oh, I'm a land pirate. Oh, really? So do you go out? No, I don't go out. I usually just stay here. Oh, I do some looting and all that kind of stuff. I know how to do it, the boating, what have you. I just prefer to stay on the land. Neil said, Leo, he tweeted he loves wrestling. That's no. Maureen said, funny like a comedian, like I'm here to make you laugh. What do you mean funny? And that was said by the wonderful Joe Pesci, and I believe Gone Fishing. Neil said, I think it was Cowboy Day yesterday. Christine said, Sheriff Arquette clashes with Mayor Meany. I'm Sheriff Arquette, and I'm going to put this railroad right through this town. Not if Mayor Meany has anything to say about it. Mayor Meany? Yeah, Mayor Meany is played by Frank Nelson. Positively, he said, boot pirate. Rachel said, if you're a land pirate, you need a land bird for your shoulders. It's just me and I guess an emu. Leo said, do you think a Larry David gimmick would be good? I would turn that back to you and say, Leo, do you think my gimmick is good? Leo said, talking about pirate. He was a pirate once when he dubbed that little parrot. None of that sentence made any sense. And I really want you to know that. Mookie said, can anyone recommend a good snack for watching Family Feud? So, since we're an eclectic mix of personalities, I would like to say, a mix, maybe a Chex Mix or a trail mix, or if you have pretzels, put them with popcorn and chips, like buy 3 or 4 things and throw them all in together, or maybe put M&Ms in your ice cream, that kind of thing, the chocolate in the ice cream, sprinkle a little Himalayan sea salt on the icing on the ice cream. Have fun, make a game of it. Hello. Oh, hey. First of all, how do I actually say your name?
It's Sierra.
Oh, Jesus. This is Sierra. Sierra, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Mad Kurt said wagon wheel is the best snack. Have you ever had a wagon wheel?
No, I have not. I've never even heard of that.
Well, I think it's from another country and from another continent. So I don't blame you. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name for years now.
It's okay. When you have a name that's Sierra, it gets mispronounced all the time.
I also think it's because you capitalized the C.
Yeah.
Is it?
See, I had nothing to do with that. That was a mom thing.
Well, that's my question. Like on your birth certificate, it's capitalized. That's not just like a internet thing.
No, that's what it is on my birth certificate.
Because a big C makes me want to hit it hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to make a big deal out of it.
I think her rationale was because I go by Sosie. Sierra is only used when my mom is angry at me.
Yes.
So it's Sosie. So it is kind of a hard C. So it's like a Nikki, a Bobby. So it was supposed to be like, you see the so, there's a break.
Right.
And then see why.
Right. Has she explained this to you? Has she given a reason for naming you this?
Yes. It was a combination of like 3 or 4 of her friends. They all wanted her to name me after them. And she took all their names and did it, messed with the letters until she got something that she liked.
So it's like an anagram?
Not like she literally, there's like Sophia, Zoe, Sierra, and somebody else. I've never met these people. They were like childhood friends.
And then after you were born, she cut them out of your life?
Pretty much.
Fair enough. Because most people, if there's a bunch of people you want to name a baby after, you just give them like a bunch of middle names.
Yeah, see, I have 2 middle names.
Oh, and what are they? And why do you have?
Yeah, my mom was very popular, so I have a lot of names.
Can I
had to.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can you tell me? We're horrible at this. I was gonna say, can you tell me what they are?
Yes. My name is Sierra Dartrice Burnett Ward.
Amazing. So tell me about those 2.
One of them, Burnett was the alternate name that my mom was going to have as a middle name.
Okay.
My mom's middle name is Ledette, and it was going to be Burnett, so she gave me Burnett. Dartrice, I have no idea where she got that from. Never asked her about it. I probably should.
Yeah, you should. She's not there now, is she?
I don't know. She didn't let me know if she was watching today. What she does, she tells me, send me the link while I'm doing my makeup, and I'll tune in if I have time, but she only lets me know afterwards. She'll be like, "Oh, I watched your little friend's show today."
My little friend.
Yeah.
You know, and I was, and we have never met in person, have we?
No.
Okay. Because sometimes it'll be like, yes, I met you in a barn in Ohio. And it's like, I don't remember. But people will often say to me that I tweet smaller than I actually am. You know? So I feel like your mother saying your little friend, I feel like she thinks I'm shorter than I actually am.
I think it has to do with the camera angle. That
too. It is pointed down at me. It's much higher than me. Next time I'll just put the camera on the floor and everyone will get a nice, upskirt or something. I had another question. What were we talking about? We were talking about your name. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Did she give you this name? Did you have a potential boy name?
Oh, interesting story.
Ooh.
When my mom was pregnant with me, they told her that I was twin boys. That's what the doctor told her.
Was this doctor certified?
I mean, it was a long time ago. It was when they were getting that stuff wrong a lot, and they got it super wrong.
Oh my! I would be so pissed if I bought. It's like you're having twin boys, and you go out and buy all this shit. And then you're just like, it's just one girl? What the hell am I going to do with half of this shit? Oh my. So what, did she have twin boy names for you?
No, she said that she knew that I wasn't going to be twin boys.
Right.
She said she did not even pick boys' names because she did not want a boy.
Yeah.
And she knew I was not going to be two of them because that would be horrible.
Right.
And, so she just was like, I don't believe you. And I came out a very tiny 5-pound little girl to the point where, like, I had to stay in the hospital. I was so small. And they told her I was two boys.
So here is my question. Like, you're not 80 years old. Your mother must have had ultrasounds, right?
Yeah, they told her that they saw the penis.
Well, that was my question. I've seen my ultrasound and I see my penis in the ultrasound. How did they think they saw two? Maybe it was your arms.
Maybe so. But
oh my God.
They messed that up royally. And my mom ended up having 0 boys. She had 3 girls.
Wow. And you were the oldest?
Yes.
And you have 2.
My
yes. Tell me.
Sisters. 12 and 14 years younger than me.
Oh, wow. Do you feel pressure, or do you talk to them like, I've been there?
Because I was so much older than them, it was almost like for them I was another parental figure, especially after our dad died. So,
yes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The only thing that was bad was I was used to having all the attention, and like all the Christmas presents were for me, and like, all of that to, having to share.
Yes. But it's leveled out now. You're over it, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, this is so delightful. So your mother does sometimes watch the show?
Absolutely.
And what is she?
I asked her to watch it when we were in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she enjoyed it?
No choice. She did.
Oh, well, good. That's what I was going to tell you. When I was my female option, if I was going to be a girl, was Tamsin Rose.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Tampsen. And I thought, oh my God, because it's so close to tampon, you're basically like, teeing it up for people.
Okay, I have one better.
Please.
My best friend in elementary school, her name was pronounced Vagina.
Oh my God.
Vagina.
Oh my God.
When she got to high school, it had to be changed.
Absolutely. Oh, that is a shame.
Middle school was the worst. There were many nights of her crying, and yeah.
Oh my God. You're handing it to people. It's just a real gift at that point.
Yeah, and the worst thing was like we would get a substitute teacher, they would do the role, and they would get to her name, and the perplexed look of
how do I not say vagina?
Yeah. Yeah.
That poor child. So years and years and years and years later, I was at a Christmas party and I met this woman who is an actress and her name is Tamsin. And I was like, listen, can I speak to you privately? I was just like, what was it like? I felt like I met the other me. And I was like, it must have been horrible. And she was like, no, like no one ever said anything. I was like, what, are you out of your mind? And then I started, mocking the name, showing her how easily it could be mocked. But at that point, I guess if you're in your 40s or something, you're kind of immune to the mocking.
Maybe she blocked it out. I can't imagine.
SM wants to know what she changed her name to.
To Gina. Just Gina.
But I'm sure people in the know still called her Gina or something.
You know what? It was very hard for me to because I called her name, and I've known her since we started in first grade together. So by the time we got to high school, she was being Gina, and she was like, "No, my name's Gina now," and I'm like, "Okay, it's gonna take me a minute, but okay, I understand. I totally get it."
I'm always really bad at whatever you introduce yourself to me as first, I'll call you that for the rest of your life. And there's been wrestlers who have changed their names multiple times since I first met them, but I will still call them, the first thing.
Yeah.
I'm not really malleable in that sense. So, you are also quite noted, I must say, for the bevy of thirst tweets about me.
Yes.
You should have really, quite frankly, compiled them into one thread. I just think it would be easier for the reader.
That's at this point, there's probably enough for a book.
I think it would be great. I would love to compile them. And it actually makes me feel like when I looked up if I ever wrote any jokes about Steve Harvey, if I ever tweeted any. And I tweeted 5 of them, mainly about how much he hosts and how he has to do everything.
Yes.
And there's also, I quoted a picture of him working out in his backyard, and I complained that he didn't re-rack the dumbbells in his own backyard.
That's a very specific kind of complaint, yes.
Yes, and it was years ago, and there's no traction on it, but it's just existing online. So hopefully he doesn't vanity search himself. He's since retweeted me a couple times in regards to Family Feud. I mean, who knows if it's him? I don't know if I'm going to get the follow. I don't think so, and I'm learning to accept it.
Yeah, sometimes you have to accept.
I don't think I had enough time to establish rapport on a personal level, This was a real professional interaction. Okay Gamer said that would make a nice coffee table book. And I think it would. It's something to just flip through and enjoy. I've thought of putting together a book of my tweets, but it's such a pain in the ass. Everyone's like, you ever hear these people that are like, oh, I'm an author, and they self-publish a book? It doesn't really count. Yeah, it's like I gave myself an award. Hold on here. There's 2 things here. There's a wonderful tribute from Spot Center who said, a donation to YouTube to keep this service rolling. You can have the % that they graciously give you for more stevia. Amazon's bringing me mine today. Thank you, Spot Center. And then David just sent a laughing one. A lemon laughing. I don't know if that's in regards to you or me, but let's enjoy it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take that so I can have another story that I made David Arquette laugh. Yeah,
it's not that hard. He giggles like an idiot constantly. Oh, David said that tribute was for your self-published book. And then Mad Kurt said, I'm an author too of tweets. Do go follow Mad Kurt on Twitter, and you'll like him in the beginning, and then he'll upset you, and then you'll like him again. And Sakaria, do you have... I'm calling you Sakaria now. It's so wired in my brain. Say it again. Tell me your name again. Say it. So Sierra. I didn't even get... I got so right, and the rest is a disaster. Okay. So Sierra, do you have anything you want to plug?
No, I have nothing going on in my life.
Oh, good. That's good. That's great for some people.
I'm living skincare and doing my skincare routine and getting ready for church.
Well, if you want religious skincare tips, do follow So Sierra on here or there. Yeah, sure. Or thirst tweets and religious skincare tips.
For more thirst tweets, for more thirst tweets, it's SoCD on Twitter. So
there you go. Good. That's all you need. That's more than enough. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you at some juncture soon.
Alrighty. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for talking to me. So Sierra. So much better. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye.
Well, I believe that is the show. That was So Sierra, and there's David and Mad Kurt and Mayor Meanie. And I will say again, tonight at 8 p.m. on ABC is Celebrity Family Feud. I am playing in it, and David is playing in it. And in many ways, we are playing for our lives. Let's get a final look at these huckleberries. Good old-fashioned spin. Survey says Godspeed and God bless.